Event 1 of the 6th season of the BeamNG Monster Jam Series heads international to Arnhem, Holland at the GelreDome. 16 drivers are here looking for the first event victory of the season. BeamNG Monster Jam on JRTV is coming up next.
It's about that time, so put it up, let's get it on. Made it this far, time to show the world who's number one. Number one, pull it up to the line, let's do it. Let's do it. Anything in my way, I'm running through it. I watch the lights and my hands are sweaty. I hear the people screaming, so you better get ready. Yeah, cause when it drops, I'ma take the shot, rock the spot, make it hot. Cause it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that. Cause it's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that time. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that time. It's been a long time.
The BeamNG Monster Jam Series returns for a 6th season of competition, and while it's the same BeamNG Monster Jam Series as we head to the GelreDome in Arnhem, Holland, it is completely different format. I'm Jericho, Trey Bart alongside me in the booth. Trey, this is a completely different format. As mentioned, these drivers don't know what trucks they're going to be in until the week they sign up for the event.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be difficult, at least for me, to remember who's in what each and every week. But that's all right, because Joe, we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yes, we are. We're going to have 16 trucks each and every week. It'll be different trucks per week, and it could be different drivers as well. Drivers could sign up for different trucks week by week, and then the top 24 in points get a spot in the World Finals at season's end. As mentioned, 12 events. We'll see how it all starts out here tonight in Arnhem, Holland, as we go take a look at the 16-truck field of trucks for freestyle. First out will be Nick Morghese and the Donkey Kong, and then Travis Crampton and Monster Butt Dalmatian.
William Seaman and Thor, and Noah Brady and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Then Chris Jericho and Escalade, and Mathis Wells in the Swamp Thing.
Keegan Thompson and Batman, Justin Zajdel in Jurassic Attack.
Evan Hunter in The Captain's Curse, and Nathan Stapleton in Monster Mud.
Zachary DiLello in Superman, Matthew Burnett in Blue Thunder.
We have Jordan Stout, El Toro Loco, and Jonny Cox in Taz.
Eli Bright in Gravedigger, and Anthony Hernandez in Maximum Destruction.
And here we go, first truck out of the season, Nick Morghese. He's been in the BeamNG Monster Jam Series before, but this time in the Donkey Kong. And Trey, it is a throwback series, throwback trucks, throwback obstacles and courses, throwback officials, throwback judges. We're going to see a fun season and a fun event here tonight in Arnhem, Holland.
How many times did you say throwback?
As many times as there are things that are getting thrown back to.
So everything with it. What a sky wheel out, and he turned the car over.
He flipped the car over, and he lost the rear of that Donkey Kong truck, and look at that! That was a nice sky wheel. He walked it down the back of the ramp.
He's going to flip it around here. We're going to see what he can do, Joe. This is these tracks, these jumps in these things are built very high.
Yes, they are, and it's going to be fun to see how these drivers throughout the night become maybe more willing to attack it if they have to beat a high score. For Nick Morghese,
oh my goodness,
he's doing a pretty good job, Trey, of starting out nice and trying to just get a good score up there to make people beat.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of forgot what the Monster Jam tracks were like when they had crush cars in it. I'm so used to anything but crush cars, essentially.
Well, he's going to the big dirt like they kind of have now. Huge air off of it. Oh, he
my goodness.
Landed hard on that van stack, but does keep the truck in one piece and keeps it going. He's into the final dozen seconds of the run. It's been solid for Nick Morghese. Oh, he's going to attack the car.
Oh, no, he's going to get hung up on it. He's going to slowly get over it. He lost another piece of the... I know it was already the piece he already lost.
Yeah, I think that was just sitting over there, and the clock ticks to 0. So Nick Morghese is done. He's still going on for the fans here in Arnhem, Holland at the GelreDome. And kind of thought he was looking for a donut, but I think he just wanted to spin the truck around. So Trey, a very impressive start for the first driver of the season.
Yeah, definitely. That's a lot of nerves right there, being the first driver of the entire season, right? But I think he did quite a good job, Joe. There wasn't really any time where he was just kind of driving around.
Well, there wasn't. As you see right there, scores are a 19 for Nick Morghese in the Donkey Kong. So the bar has been set, and now new to the series, second time he's in the series, Travis Crampton in the Monster Butt Dalmatian. Funny thing is that this first week of competition, he and his good bud Nathan Stapleton are going to be teammates. He's in the Dalmatian, and then Nathan, and a few trucks out, is in the Monster Butt. So they get to pair up over here in international land.
So, what's second truck out, and the floppy ears are already back. I think it's going to be a great season.
The floppy ears are back, but no 3D body tray. We're back to the original Monster Butt Dalmatian. Look at that sky wheelie.
Oh my goodness, those cars! I'm telling you, if you hit them right, it is going to send your truck, which could be either a good or a bad thing. Like this is going to send the truck up on the 2 wheels. It's going to settle it back down though.
And I think he hit so hard off those crush cars when he landed on the back. I think that hatch has come loose and it's flopping around up there just like the ears are.
That's oh yeah, look at that thing. It's going. It is it's going. So at least he doesn't have to worry about undoing it whenever he runs into it, right?
Yeah, he can just pop right out. Nice air right there over the big dirt mound for Travis Crampton, starting out very solidly in the Monster Butt Dalmatian. He's near the final 30 seconds. Definitely expecting to maybe start picking it up here as the run winds down, trying to beat that 19 set by Nick Morghese in the Donkey Kong. But Trey, for all these drivers that have been in the BeamNG Monster Jam Series in the past, what do you think they're thinking going out to these tracks that are nothing like they've been at?
That's nice.
That is a really...
Oh, maybe it's not. Oh, we're good. Okay.
Nice.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, I mean, that was a really nice save. But what do you think these drivers are thinking? They're going to tracks that they've never been to, right? Tracks that are completely different from what they're accustomed to. Not only that, but they're in trucks that are from, the late 2000s, early 2010s that they can't do the things that they do now.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let it settle down.
Look out. Wow.
There we go. All right, but no, I mean, essentially, you're right. Everyone's on an even playing field because, like you mentioned, it's all new stuff to these guys. So it's going to be interesting to see them all learn and figure out how to drive it. But he's got this one under control here because that was a spooky moment right there.
It was. Great job by Crampton putting it down, keeping the truck clean and on all 4 wheels. The scores are in. He'll take to the hot seat. 20 for Travis Crampton in the Monster Butt Dalmatian. So a new leader in freestyle, but here's a man that can really go big in freestyles. William Seaman is out in the Thor. He's a 2-time division champion in when we used to have divisions in the BeamNG Monster Jam Series, and now we're kind of just 12 weeks straight, no divisions, and it's just a strict point series. But William Seaman, if he's won divisions in the past, Trey, you know why he does that? It's because he finishes well in events.
Yeah, definitely is. He's gonna get himself over this, but yeah, 100%. It's I'll be curious to see if this is another type of season where consistency is key, right?
Yep. And for William Seaman, he's driving. This is the only time anyone in the series. Nice sky wheelie. You mentioned those crush cars. They get some air, and right there, another nice sky wheelie over them. But this was the only time in the season someone could have signed up for Thor, and William Seaman got it. So he'll be the one and lone driver of the Thor truck this season.
Yeah, definitely. So he's gonna he'll be sure to go big because, like you mentioned, this will be the one time the truck's represented as he's gonna.
Oh no!
Weird bounce from that, Joe. Roll it over.
Back on all fours. He's good to go. I think the truck maybe shut off, but I'm sure he can get it refired. 37 seconds on the clock. They'll stop it just like they would for anyone that shuts down. He's back going already.
I was gonna say, Joe, that truck doesn't even look like it has a scratch on it.
No, I think maybe it just kind of shut off and quickly got fired back up. He's good to go into the final 30 seconds. He has a big move out of the way now, Trey. So we'll have to see what more he can do in these final 20 or so seconds. Nice air off that big hill. Landed it perfectly.
That was so smooth. That was fantastic. If I was a judge, I'm looking at that being like, I like that.
And nice, another launch right there, nosing it down and wheeling it. Look at that into the corner.
Stop. There's a wall. Oh, is he going to just call it quits there?
He was over there amping the fans up, Trey, and I think he's done in that corner. So for William Seaman, the first big wow factor of the night, and it came right here in the Thor truck.
That was a great run, especially this moment right here where he's going to roll it over. But luckily, the car might have helped him a little bit, too. It flipped the truck back over, and he was able to continue on going.
Well, you have to think that move is going to be big points for these judges. It was the first wow moment of the night, and for William Seaman, it gets him to the hot seat with a 24 in the Thor. So the bar keeps getting raised, and now for Noah Brady, a rookie to the BeamNG Monster Jam Series in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What does he have to do to follow up that big move from William Seaman in the Thor truck?
he's got to give it his all, Joe. Essentially, at this point, right? I mean, especially with that little rollover there, he's got to go out and do something along those lines as well, and continue the momentum, and then just make sure that there's no moment of hesitation or downness, right?
And if I'm not mistaken, this is the first truck that we've gotten to, which is its introduction into the BeamNG Monster Jam Series. It's never been run before. The other 3 have, so this is the first new truck to the BeamNG Monster Jam Series.
This we'll have to see how the Teenage Mutant
Whoa!
Ninja Turtle is out here, Joe. He's cartwheeling and well, we mentioned he needed a wow factor, and I think that might have been it right there.
I think that's a wow factor. I mean, look at the fans. They're on their feet over here in Arnhem, Holland, and into the final 40 seconds. Now about some donuts to maybe calm down from that big moment right there.
Maybe the first driver to do something. I'm trying to think. I don't remember anyone else doing it, so that'll be good for his case.
Seaman did some, so he at least matched Seaman in that regard. He's got a crosshair right there to the nice sky wheelie.
I forgot about them whenever he did the rollover, Joe. That's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I think they came right before the rollover, so it's like, who really remembers them at that point?
Oh my goodness.
Biggest.
He's got to make sure he can slow it down.
That was the biggest air so far tonight, Trey.
This arena is very strange because you don't have a lot of room to go out for big air like that, but he used as much space as he was allowed.
And he fills the 90 seconds. Nice kind of, back wheel dance right there as he goes over the back of the racing lane. So he had to go do a lot to try and match what William Seaman did in the Thor. Noah Brady, he might be taking the fight to William Seaman's lead in the hot seat.
He's gonna park it right on top of that hill there. Look at that, Joe. First night with the truck, and he kept it clean.
He kept it clean. That was very nice. And right here, he almost didn't keep it clean. I mean, look at this. He wheelies it down. He's in the gas, I think, the whole time and just cartwheels it over.
That was as clean of a cartwheel as you can probably get in these things without hurting the truck. Yeah, so I think he's going to be pretty happy. It lined him up right for the next move.
It did, and he's going to tie for the hot seat. 24 for Noah Brady. So we have 2 people now sharing the hot seat. And how about this for Chris Jericho? It's an Escalade. It's the same Cadillac Escalade he's used to driving, except Trey, there's no mohawk on the top like he's used to.
So that's just a little bit of aerodynamic loss, right?
Yeah, and he can't try and break the mohawk off anymore. So we'll have to see what Jericho can do. He's a World Finals champion from a few seasons ago, back in Season 3. And the fun fact about that, he won the World Finals Championship in Season 3. He then went the next season, won the Last Chance event to qualify for the World Finals. And then finally last season got his first ever regular season event win.
So it took him a while to do all those, right? And then we'll have to see what he can do. I mean, technically, Joe, this is the same truck as the Warrior, right? It's just the predecessor. Yeah,
so he's used to driving this, so that's good for Chris Jericho. He has an advantage right there. Oh! He's over forwards. Is he going to come back? Wow.
He's going to keep it in the dirt.
He shedded the halo off the back of it.
Good thing there wasn't a mohawk, because that would have broken off.
Yeah, and maybe it would have prevented him from coming back over. Who knows? But Chris Jericho, he's picking up where he left off from seasons ago. And here he is into the final 20 seconds, and he can be challenging for the hot seat.
He definitely could. He just has to have 15 more seconds of a good, consistent run here, and he'll definitely be in contention for it. He's going to go over top of it, land on the other side. Flip it around, Joe. He has time for about one more hit. Oh, he's going to go for some donuts.
Yes, he is. I think he's going to end the run with some donuts. So Chris Jericho, just like the last 2 runs, had a wow moment, had some good momentum. We'll have to see what the judges think of it. Was it as good? Was it maybe a little bit better? We'll have to see. Look at this, though, Trey. This is where he did the kind of front flip maneuvers. He didn't land all that well and just got the fortunate break that it came back over.
Yeah, right here, you're going to see the truck essentially slide on the dirt. Actually broke the back of the chassis.
Yep.
That's not good.
Nope, he discarded it over in the corner. They're going to go pick that up, get off the course. The scores are in, and Chris Jericho takes the hot seat at 25 for the Escalade. So Chris Jericho back in the hot seat, kind of where he's used to being, as now Mathis Wells comes out in the Swamp Thing, another truck where this is the only time we'll see it this season. And Mathis Wells is going to make sure we remember it.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, easy with that. That flag is not flipping right there, Joe.
No, I think he may have messed it up when he went off that huge sky wheelie. He's getting pulled into a slap wheelie right there. So Mathis Wells, no stranger to the BeamNG Monster Jam series, and he's going really, really big in the Swamp Thing truck, trying to
Oh my goodness!
Wow, that's off the racing lane, Trey.
Joe, I feel like every hit so far, he's had some sort of wheelie off of it.
I guess this truck is just set up for wheelies or something. Look at the sky wheelie.
He's wheelie excited.
He's really excited about being back in the beam. He's cross-threading there too. That's
oh my goodness.
That's got to be some points there to cross-thread some of those obstacles over there in the middle.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the best thing to cross-thread. The way it's shaped, but he made it work so far. He's got to be careful here too. He's fine. He's all right.
Mathis Wells is living dangerously so far in the Swamp Thing truck, and into the final 30 seconds, and we'll have to see if he wants to continue, signing up what trucks he goes for over the next week. Because obviously Swamp Thing, the only time we'll see it this season. But Mathis Wells is putting out one heck of a run.
My goodness. Hold on.
Oh, look out! Oh, he shedded the wheel.
There it is. That Joe, 9 times out of 10, when a truck lands sideways like that, it never works out well.
Oh my gosh, and he is he's going crazy now. With still on 3 wheels. He's gonna fill the 90 seconds. Oh, he stuffed it! Wow. And he saved it!
Oh, he kept it on. We have yet to have a truck end upside down.
Yeah, and I think, everyone's filled the clock. Everyone's landed at least on some sort of wheels. For Mathis Wells,
what happened?
Yep, he
right
stuffed it into the dirt, and he continued on, obviously, but, luckily, Trey, we're using, 2008 officials, because they'll be more keen to let trucks keep going no matter what starts breaking.
Oh, yeah, they don't care. As long as the truck is driving, that's all that matters.
Yep. And for Mathis Wells, see right there, nice save to end the run. It came right as the clock expired to 0, so we'll have to see what the judges think for Mathis Wells in the Swamp Thing. It's a 22. They'll put him right now 4th place for Mathis Wells. Speeding through competition, we get to another World Finals champion, the inaugural, the first ever World Finals champion. It's Keegan Thompson, but now he's in Batman. Moving over, Trey, he's been with Northern Nightmare for 5 seasons, but Northern Nightmare doesn't exist back then, so he's now in the Batman for week 1 of competition, doing some nice cyclones down there by the wall.
I think Batman's a good replacement though, Joe. I mean, this was one of the most uniquely shaped trucks I think that Monster Jam's ever had.
Yeah, maybe they're not happy Keegan Thompson got the ride for Event 1 because it is quite expensive to make that body. Oh, look out! Nice save.
We're good. You think the back kicks work?
I don't know. Maybe he can get a speed boost if he's going. I don't know if he wants one in this arena though.
He'll probably take one anywhere. They probably didn't show him where the button is. That's the only problem.
Oh, another moment at halfway, but keeps it on all 4s, keeps going. So Keegan Thompson in the Batman, starting out pretty aggressively, and we know Keegan to be a pretty good Monster Jam driver from those Northern Nightmare days, so we'll have to see what he can do in Season 6 with his first event Batman. 30 seconds left, going for the center jump. Nice air off it. Didn't quite clear. Wow.
My goodness.
What a move that was.
That was a sky wheelie? I don't know what you consider that.
I think that was like a leaping sky wheelie is what I would call it.
It worked out pretty well for him. He's going to go hit the crush cars up and over. He goes there, Joe. 10 seconds remaining. What else can Keegan Thompson do to see if he can take this lead away?
He needs some really big moment to try and beat Chris Jericho's 25. Maybe this could be it! Oh,
there it is. Crushed the body.
Oh, my gosh.
And slowly rolling it on its side. Well, no. Oh, Joe, look.
Hey, we balanced one already.
We balanced one already, but the truck is destroyed. That nice body is no more.
Yeah, he broke the wings off, and right here, this was his first save. He was on the van when he goes onto 2 wheels, so very impressive to pull that back down. Yeah,
and right up and over the little racing lane there, and he was able to continue on in this hit right here. Up, over. You know it's not good when you're more than 90 degrees backwards.
Oh,
he's going to stuff it on the backside of the little MX ramp, if you want to call that right there, and he's going to slowly roll it down the hill.
Yeah, well, the one wing didn't break off, so they have to fix 2 or 1 of them instead of 2 of them. So Keegan,
I'm kind of impressed with the balance there.
Yeah, that's a weird place to balance it. The scores are in. Keegan Thompson gets a 23 in the Batman, so a solid run, but not enough to beat the 25 from Jericho. And now we move on to Justin Zajdel, a Team Gravedigger driver, but this week he's in Jurassic Attack, and I love this body style trade. They use it whenever they go over to
Wow.
the international events. That was a leaping
Oh.
a leaping dinosaur right here for the fans in Arnhem, Holland. But they use this body whenever they come over to the international events instead of the blue one. We'll see the blue one in a few events later on this season, but I just love how this one looks.
This is a more realistic look.
It is. Yeah.
A dinosaur, right?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people remember this body, over in, I think it was here. I think it was here where he, it was Don Frankish, I think, driving it, did a leaping save and kind of drove the truck basically from one end of the floor to the other in an amazing save. So Zajdel, hoping he can relive some of that magic here in this Jurassic Attack truck. His first freestyle event ever, not in a Team Gravedigger truck.
That's gotta be strange, right?
Especially with this thing, right? I mean, you go from, it's kind of normal to look out a Gravedigger window. Zajdel looks out this and he sees a horn.
Yeah, definitely. That's it's just to help his bearings, is what it is. It just helps direct him where he needs to go.
Yeah, it helps him point straight, right? That was a nice launch right there, and he landed that perfectly too.
That was that might have been the smoothest one yet.
Yeah,
I think that one is might be a little smoother. Oh,
very
hold on.
nice. Oh, look out!
Oh no!
Oh!
Up and over. He's gonna end it on its roof, Joe. Unfortunately, like you mentioned, he's not gonna be able to reenact the classic save, but well, at least when he went out big.
And you know what? It kind of started like that save started, where he kind of wheelied down a ramp and kind of got flung around. Unfortunately for Zajdel, it just didn't work out for him. He didn't get the bounces he needed to, and he ends up on his line. He's the first driver not to fill the 90 seconds. He came close enough that the judges can't really deduct that much, but he does leave some time on the clock. And for Zajdel, it's only a 22 in the Jurassic Attack, so once again, kind of solid middle of the road. Now we move on to Evan Hunter in the Captain's Curse, and this is ironic because Evan in the prior BeamNG Monster Jam Series seasons has driven the Pirate's Curse truck. So now he's in kind of its predecessor, the Captain's Curse.
That's interesting. So, Joe, let's ask the question. What's your first memory of Captain's Curse?
I know why you're asking this, Trey, because it would be when it ended up, nearly into the people stands. And oh no!
Oh.
He's broken a 4-link, I think that is.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it is what's dragging there. But like you mentioned, Joe, it's the 2008 official, so we'll probably let that go compared to what we're used to.
Yeah. I think as long as it doesn't come off, I think that they'll be fine to leave it there, kind of. Oh, it almost came off right there.
Into the bottom of it, into the top of the dirt hill.
Yeah, so Evan Hunter, he's gonna have to do a lot now though, Trey, because that front steering's kind of not gonna be how he wants it to. The 4-link's hanging down, and he's gonna have to work for this. He's working with an injured truck right now.
It's not impossible. It just got a little hard. Oh well, maybe.
Oh
it might be
my gosh!
No, he's got it stuck on a car, Joe.
Well, I wonder if he lost front-wheel drive from stuffing it in right there.
He might have. He got it stuck on the car. He got it off. He's kind of using it as a probe to feel himself around this track right now. I don't know
it's
if
like a walking cane for a pirate or a captain.
Careful here. You can look at just look at the truck bounce.
Wow. Yeah, he's having a rough time with it, but I mean it's really broken down there.
He did fill out the clock though, so that is something. He's gonna try to do something here. I think it might be best for him just to kind of give it up.
I think he's mad. Look at how
a little bit. I mean, look at the front of the truck.
I think he's starting to break the whole drive shaft. I think they finally shut him down.
Good, because I think if they didn't do it, he was gonna drive until it didn't want to go no more.
Well, for Evan Hunter, the judges have to give him some props and kudos for working around with a broken truck, and this is the jump where it broke right there, just kind of snaps off on landing. So for Evan, he went a lot of that run with a broken truck, and it's going to probably show in the score. It's a solid score, straight 7s out of 21, but definitely wanted more for the Captain's Curse. Well, Trey, we're nearing the end of competition, and here we are with Nathan Stapleton, the Monster Mutt. The last time he drove in the BeamNG Monster Jam Series, it was behind the wheel of Monster Mutt.
Well, I guess that's pretty fitting then, right?
Yeah, so he's back with the dog pound, and has his teammate Travis Crampton this week. Let's see how Nathan can do his first event of Season 6 here in Arnhem, Holland at the GelreDome. And so far starting out like Nathan Stapleton does, getting some nice moves in, some big hits, and trying to work all of the floor up.
You know, Joe, I'm gonna be honest. I like this body style better than the modern day one. If I'm being truly myself.
Yeah, you like the chop top Mercury a little bit more than
Yeah, it's so much
3D
more
body.
classic, right?
Look
hold
out!
on.
Nice!
Oh my goodness!
What a bicycle save for Nathan Stapleton.
That was insane. Again, like I said, it's just more classic. That was a
classic
great
save.
save in Monster Mode. Yeah, exactly. There it is.
Yep. So a final 40 seconds. Nathan Stapleton has a big moment on his side. He lands
He's
weird
gonna
though.
have another one right here.
Can he save it? No. Oh.
And he's gonna lay the dog down. There it is. Well, that was going very good. Looked like he had the momentum on his side, but one wrong bounce there, Joe, and it was all over.
And right here, this was the big save that he had. I mean, look how close he is to the ground. That was an amazing save for Nathan Stapleton. Unfortunately for him, when he has a similar moment later on, right here, it doesn't work out quite as well.
Bounce, and then it's always the second bounce, Joe, that ends up upsetting the truck right here and gonna go on the wheel. He tried everything he could, didn't get the momentum. We'll flip it back over, Joe, and that truck's in the dirt.
Yep, it was a nice technical move up until he got to that second landing. And unfortunately, that bit him, put him over, and he leaves the most time on the clock of anyone by far, and it's going to show him the scores. Only a 17 for Nathan Stapleton, the Monster, a tough break early on. Down to the final 6 competitors. The first of them, a man who's gone so big over his BeamNG Monster Jam career. Zachary DiLello is out this time in the Superman.
Oh, he's good. Remember when this truck balanced itself on its nose?
Yep, yeah, World Finals 8 in between the double stack. Yeah, that was, in fact, 1 year earlier than what we're basing off of right here.
Oh, well, there it is. Maybe he'll be the, maybe he'll try to go after it if he can, get to the World Finals there. But we'll have to see what happens right now. But at the moment, Joe, he's got one goal in mind, and that's to take the hot seat.
Whoa, that's
one way to do it.
Wow, what a
goodness.
wheelie!
That was incredible. And it taped so long.
Yeah, he didn't break anything off that. That was very nice for Zachary DiLello in the Superman. Getting a nice move right there, but as he's halfway through the run now, Trey, definitely have to think he has to start picking up those top 3. You know, Jericho still with his 25 in the hot seat. And then you have the 24 for Noah, Brady, and the Turtle, as well as William Seaman and the Thor. They all had big wow, big saves in their freestyle run. So if you're DiLello or anyone after, you really need one of those big saves, big moves, or just really go momentum throughout the whole run.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like the way to go about it at the moment is you get a solid 10 to 15 seconds to kind of feel yourself and the truck and track out, but then you just got to go hard until then. That right there, that was a little funky landing. He missed it. We're good.
Yes, he did. Oh, look out! Sideways! Oh, no, the cape.
Get back into it. It's not going to want to come around.
Fortunately, the clock ticks down to zeros, so DiLello technically fills the clock, but unfortunately, he couldn't really end it in the way he wanted to.
No, that was not what he was hoping for there, Joe. He really did try.
Yeah, he was in the gas, but unfortunately, it's a 2008 truck. They just aren't built the same to do the things that they do now, and unfortunately for DiLello, it's not going to be all that great of a score. He had that big wheelie, but not much more. 20 for the Superman here in Arnhem. Now down to 5 left, and for Matthew Burnett, he's in the Blue Thunder and looking for some big things. This is a man who's driven maximum destructions in his career in the BeamNG Monster Jam series, so he knows how to go big. We'll see what he can do now behind the wheel of the classic Blue Thunder Ford.
Oh, wow. All right, we're good. We're fine. I thought it was going to be over first hit.
that wouldn't have been good for Burnett. He luckily kept it down back on all 4 wheels and continues on with his freestyle run. And let's see what Burnett has planned for this track. What can you do, Trey, to beat Chris Jericho's 25, which still has him in the hot seat in an Escalade?
Well, that's one thing you got to do there is try to wheelie it as far as you can. But, Joe, I think you just need to be on the edge of, finishing this run and wrecking out the entire time here to get the momentum and get the judges to look at you and give you those high scores.
So you say full attack mode?
Full attack mode.
All right, well, we'll see. Burnett has had some pretty big hits, but I think he's lacking just a little bit of momentum trying to get from obstacle to obstacle. And right there, that's unique right there. He hit it at an angle. Hit that van stack at an angle. So that should score him some points. He's hitting stuff at different angles and in different ways.
Another thing these guys got to get used to is how high these trucks sit,
Oh,
right?
oh,
I feel like, well,
wow.
He's gonna try to do something here. He's gonna continue to carry it across. He's good. That's something you need to do right there, Joe. That is something we have not seen yet.
Yeah, that was something different out of Matthew Burnett. Big crosser. Now he's gonna hit it at another angle. The other van stack. Wow.
Oh, he's good. He's fine. He's got 3 seconds left, Joe. Is he gonna have enough time to do anything with it?
Yeah, that's a negative. So, unfortunate for Burnett, he couldn't end those final few seconds with the hit, but he's still going on for the fans over here in the GelreDome.
And he's gonna park it right in the area where you need to park it.
Yeah. So how about that, Matthew Burnett? And I think he'll be able to drive that truck off the floor for sure. So he had some decent moves, Trey. But do you think it's enough to overcome Chris Jericho's 25?
That's hard to say. I want to lean towards no, just because. I mean, this was a wow factor, but it wasn't the wow factor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The ones that the judges were looking for. So, but you never know. I've been wrong before.
Well, you're not wrong this time, Trey. It's a 22 for Matthew Burnett and the Blue Thunder. A lot of 22s so far here tonight. And now there were 4, and the first of those 4, Jordan Stout, another one of those Team Maxi drivers, but he's in the El Toro Loco and looking to go big for the fans over here in Arnhem, Holland.
Yet another truck that we're so used to seeing that looks so different.
Yeah, exactly, right? There's just, something different about this, body paint job compared to what we have nowadays. So Jordan Stout in the classic El Toro Loco. We'll see what he can do with it. So far, he's putting it to good work here in Holland.
Definitely. We'll have to see what all he plans on doing. He knows what he essentially has to do to take this lead. The question is, can he go out there and perform it? He got some nice air off of that. He's going to loop it around here, go off these. Actually, he decided to avoid the crush cars.
Looking for another cross right here in the El Toro Loco, but he really kind of wasted some time going around and looking for that cross. He's already down to the final half of the run and hasn't really had much going for him so far in this El Toro Loco as he clips the cars right there. He really needs to pick it up in these final 30 seconds straight if he wants to have a shot at that 25 for the hot seat.
There you go. That's something right there.
Nice.
Carry it all the way over the racing lane. We're good. He can settle it down.
That was a nice move right there.
That was, but he's got to do more of that here in the last 20 seconds, Joe, which is a big order to fill. Especially like what you mentioned, there was a couple of times where he was just kind of looking to see what he wanted to do next here with now down to 10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and this is really, as he does a nice little cross-throw maneuver right there, this is an experimental event for all these drivers, right? At these tracks that are more, I don't want to say retro-based because it's not that old, but more throwback-based and aren't really like we see right now. That was a nice move, but I think it may have came after the time. Oh!
Oh, snap. Look at this.
Oh, no!
And it's over.
I thought he was going to do the Superman.
It really was deciding what it wanted to do, wasn't it?
And look how he twisted the chassis just by landing on that dumpster over there.
That can't be good for it, can it?
I don't think so. Look at that. He nosed it down, wheelied it back, and then he sees the wall coming, so he hits the brakes, but unfortunately you hit the brakes too hard, you're going over forwards.
It immediately came off, and then eventually he decided to slowly go down.
Yep, and then he landed.
Orange stayed on? Orange stayed on.
Oh,
one fell off.
Yeah, I can't tell what happened there, but kind of twisted the chassis a little bit by landing on that dumpster. We'll see what the scores are for Jordan Stout in the El Toro Loco. Has to be to 25, but it's only a 22. Ties, I think that's like a 4 or 5 way tie, kind of towards mid-pack. And then there were 3. And it's Jonny Cox in the Taz coming out. Jonny Cox, we know him as a Megalodon driver normally, but here he is in the Taz truck and looking to go big and try and beat that 25. No one's been able to do it quite yet. Chris Jericho still in the hot seat in an Escalade, but can Jonny Cox find a way in the Taz to beat him?
Oh, big sky wheelie. Goes from a cool-looking shark to a cool-looking Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, so how about that? He's staying with the animals at least as he gets some nice hair right there, and that was very nice.
That might have to take the cake for the smoothest one, Joe. That was like butter.
And we keep amping up how smooth these guys are landing, and they keep one-upping each other. And so far, Trey, I have to say, he hasn't had a big wow moment yet, but this is probably the best momentum we've seen out of anyone so far here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. He's keeping the truck speed going. He looks like he has somewhat of a plan. He's got to be careful not to hit the wall here.
Wow.
Stopped just in time.
He does. He's now going to go for a cross thread here. He's nearing the final 30 seconds. He needs something big, though, Trey. He has the momentum on his side, I think. If it's cross thread and racing lanes, he's going all over the place. If he can get a big wow moment out, though, Trey, he could definitely maybe contend with Chris Jericho.
Looks like he's trying to line up for something here. Cross-threading all 3 of the center jumps.
Whoa!
Oh, my goodness.
What a launch that was!
That was incredible, and he kept the truck going.
And he still has 10 seconds left to try and get something else big out of this Taz truck. He's going to gun it right there. Look at that leaping launch! Oh, my
Another big
goodness!
Bounce, one wheel, put it back down, Joe. The clock hit 0. He cut the truck clean. He picked it up near there in the end, but was it too little too late?
And we're going to have to see what the judges think. I have to think best momentum of the night. The question is, are the wow factor moments from Chris Jericho's run, that front flip save, does that... It's all up to the judges. Do they prefer the momentum from Jonny Cox's run, or do they prefer the one wow moment from Chris Jericho's run? We're going to have to see what the judges think here.
But this right here, Joe, look at the air he gets.
Wow.
That is...
Biggest of the night.
That is insane.
Yeah.
And then he's going to bring it down sideways. You know, he was probably a little nervous right here, but he was able to drive right out of it.
And then this final hit, right? I mean, this was crazy. I mean, look at that. He's leaping sideways, lands hard, and a one-wheel wheelie he gets out of it.
I'm impressed. He was able to keep that truck going after that.
Let's see. Oh, the judges give him the lead. It's a 27, so they like the momentum. Jonny Cox is in the hot seat with 2 trucks left. And the first of the 2 is a big name. Eli Bright is back in the Gravedigger. Think about it, Trey. A year and a half ago, he became a World Finals champion. So the last time he was in a truck, he won the World Finals out in Las Vegas. Does he have the momentum on his side to try and win here tonight in Arnhem, Holland?
Well, Joe, we know if you want to win, you're going to have to get at least 110. So it's you're going to need a perfect run in one of the judges' eyes.
Yeah, and a nice wheelie right there of Eli Bright in the Gravedigger truck. Nearing already 30 seconds into the run. And now, Trey, I think it's kind of shifted to more momentum-based runs. The judges like the momentum from Jonny Cox and the Taz, and also paired with those last 2 big hits that he had. So for Eli Bright, have to go for the momentum side, but also need to then one-up Jonny Cox's big moves that he had.
Yeah, definitely. And, but we know Eli Bright, he's good.
Wow.
Okay, he's good. We know Eli Bright. He can definitely step it up if he needs to here. I'm just curious what he thinks of driving this truck compared to the more modern day one.
Yeah, what does this old, maybe this is Gravedigger 20, or 16 or something around there. What does this one feel like? Oh no, it doesn't feel good when it does that.
That was.
Oh, it is.
That was strange.
He's going crazy. I was trying to read the Roman numerals on the front, but I couldn't.
I didn't know there was Roman numerals on the front, so I can't help you there.
Nice. Oh, look out! Wow.
Well,
and that came all within time.
Yeah, that's one way to end the run, right?
It is.
He kept the lights on, too.
Well, he's still going. Oh,
ooh.
no! He stuffed it in. Nice save.
He's good.
Well,
Well,
he's a Team Gravedigger driver, so I don't know if he's good yet.
wall. Okay. Well,
This
he's
song,
still going,
this
right?
Eli Bright we're talking about. I don't think he's good yet.
I think he's trying to flip the truck.
Oh, he did it. He
Okay,
did it.
there it is.
That was a soft rollover, though.
Leave it to the crush cars to finish you off.
the
Look, right next to the Gravedigger sign.
Yep. Headlights on the Monster Jam sign as well. That's very nice. Right here, this was his save that came right at 0, where he kind of just flung the truck around and it somehow came back. Look at this.
That was more of that Jurassic Attack type save.
Yep, yeah, it was. Except he was actually able to land it on all 4 wheels. Got the good bounces. And then right here, this is where he flipped the truck on the crush cars.
Of course, did not go towards his score here, so whatever it is, the judges are going to be basing it off his run, Joe. What do you think is what's going to come out to?
All right, have to see. The judges have got their scores in. Solid middle of the pack, 23, but not enough to beat that 27. So now it's down to 1. Anthony Hernandez and Maximum Destruction is the one driver, the one truck that stands between Jonny Cox and the Taz from an event win.
All right, well, what do you have to do, Joe?
Well,
Oh my goodness, look at the lean of it.
I'm Anthony Hernandez, so I'm just going to go big because that's what he's done every single season. He drives his maximum destruction truck.
So, I mean, you can notice how squat this truck sits compared to the rest of them.
Yep. Oh, look out. Ow!
Speak about a classic maximum destruction moment with the engine in the front, no weight in the back.
Yep.
The back end, extremely bouncy.
Oh, and he is sending that truck, but yeah, as you mentioned, it leans, and part of the reason is he doesn't have sway bars. Tom Benz didn't have sway bars on this maximum destruction truck.
That is a very unique way to go about driving one. I mean, he made it work though, right?
Yeah, obviously.
So we'll have to see if
Whoa.
Hernandez can do the same thing as him. He's doing a nice job so far. Looks like he might be getting a little motion sickness, because I would be. But, Joe, 30 seconds coming up left on the clock here. He's got to step it up, right?
Yeah, I think he has to step it up, but I think he's matching at least Jonny Cox's momentum, if not beating it. So if he can get moves out, I think Hernandez has a shot in the maximum destruction.
The wall.
Really like doing those donuts near the walls, not on the open floor.
Oh,
He's
no.
going off sideways. Oh no! Oh no! Can he try and save it? Oh, come on!
He still has a chance.
Oh,
They shut him off. Why would they do
I
that?
don't know if they shut him off or if the truck shut itself off, Trey.
Well, he had a really, really good chance at bringing that back over, but I think the truck shut off too soon, and kind of hurt him. Oof. That truck almost stretched when it landed.
It almost went over forward like we saw with El Toro Loco, but Anthony Hernandez had a little bit more room and the presence of mind to just roll out of the gas and not hit the brakes to set the truck down. Then right here, this broke something on the rear when he landed, and then broke a lot more when he landed again.
That hurts right there. And then right here, a little bit more speed, and it would have probably have rolled right back over. It wanted to. It so wanted to, but
that broken part on the rear almost helped him. It started turning the way it needed to try and get the truck back down. But unfortunately for Hernandez, he ends early, short of the time. It's a 21 for Hernandez. So that means Jonny Cox starts out Season 6 with an event victory in the Taz. He just bests Chris Jericho in an Escalade, who sat in the hot seat for most of the night.
You want to talk about him having good momentum in his momentum in his run? This is going to give him good momentum for the season. First win of the new season, and that's how you want to start it.
And big for the points too, because you think about how this is just one big long points thing, and no one's guaranteed a spot every single week. So what that means is you need to accrue as many points as possible to try and be inside the top 24. Well, by winning an event, you already get 20 points guaranteed. So when we take a look at the points in just a few moments, you'll see that he has 20 points. It's possible that he might not even need to run again to be inside the top 24. So
that's a unique thing to kind of think about it, but we'll have to see how the season unfolds, Joe. But for a first event, this was pretty good.
It was, and we'll see you guys next week from Minneapolis, Minnesota for the second event of the season.